everybody, hola a todos. Este es el vídeo número 2, la sesión número 2 para la clase de inglés de nivel avanzado de los lunes y miércoles por la tarde de 8:30 a 9:30 en el CDI de la Arganzuela, ¿de acuerdo? I am Olga, yo soy Olga Villanueva Romero y vamos a empezar con la clase, ¿ok? So hello everybody, I hope you are doing well these days. It is still quite snowy outside, so we are going to continue with our video classes, okay? So last day we did a reading about dangerous sports, dangerous activities, yeah? And today we are going to continue talking about it. But instead of only sports and that kind of activities, adventurous activities, we are going to talk about traveling, okay? Different, more interesting, because I know you don't like those sports a lot, okay? So, let's get started. Go and pick up your student book here, okay? And let's go to page 29. On page 29, you have a section that is very interesting. It's a writing, okay? It's a writing that is here on exercise 4A, okay? And it says, you are on a committee that has to organize a 3-day tourist itinerary for a group of foreign students. Imagine problems previous groups might have had. Think about range of sites visited, transport, refreshments, time to visit sites, availability of guides, and costs. Okay? So this is a writing. But I want you to do it as speaking, okay? We are going to plan a 3-day itinerary, okay? For students, it doesn't have to be students, it can be a 3-day holiday, for example, for you and your family, for your friends, or for whatever. It doesn't have to be here in Madrid. You can choose the destination you want. And you have to chart it, okay? You have to prepare hotels, destinations, sightseeing, places to visit, where are we going to eat, and things like that, okay? Take it as, I don't know, you can use it to think about your most desired trip, okay? That you can choose that place that you want to visit, or you can choose you can talk about a travel you've already done. For example, imagine I'm going to prepare a 3-day journey to, I don't know, Segovia, for example. So the morning of the first day, we are going to meet up at Méndez Álvaro bus station. Okay, we are going to pick our bus all together, and we are going to travel for half an hour to Segovia, okay? Halfway there, we are going to stop at I don't know, at spacious and cute restaurant, okay, where we are going to have breakfast. We are going to eat churros with chocolate, okay? If you don't like those, you can choose other breakfast, but it's not included, okay? Only churros with chocolate, with hot chocolate. Afterwards, we are going to Segovia to visit the Alcázar. Okay, first day we are going to visit the Alcázar. all morning. I think we have a guided tour, a 2-hour guided tour. The tour guide is from the museum, from the Alcázar, so everything is prepared. At 2 o'clock we are going to have lunch at a famous restaurant in the city center, in the town center, okay, in an old restaurant, a typical cochinillo, okay, a piglet. And in the afternoon you have free time to buy things. Sorry for the pause, the problems of working at home. So afterwards you have all the afternoon, the entire afternoon to shop for souvenirs or things like that. We are going at 8 o'clock to have a delightful dinner in our hotel. The hotel is in the outskirts of Segovia, and we are going to have an interesting menu inspired by medieval, from the Segovia in the Middle Ages. Why not? And the second day we are going to visit, I don't know, continue like that, okay? So imagine a 3-day trip and plan for it, okay? Very good. So that's the last part of Unit 2. Let's go to page 30, okay? On page 30, we have the review of these units, okay? I am going to do the most interesting part, that is related to idioms of movement. It's on exercise 3 here, page 30, exercise 3, part B. Part A is interesting but quite boring, so we are going to go to part 3. This part, okay? Idioms of movement. It says, match the expressions in bold with their definitions, okay? And we have 5 sentences, and afterwards we have 5 other sentences which we have to match to each other, okay? The first sentence is, don't be so scared of going back to university. I'm sure it'll be great. Come on, take the plunge. That's like, don't be scared, do it, you can do it, okay? I could match it with do something you are afraid of, okay? It's the third line. Let's go with the next one. Number 2, climbing down the rock surface, I felt a rush of adrenaline. Like doing something dangerous gives you like a high. I will match it with, for example, get a sudden strong feeling, okay? For example. Number 3, it says, if I was offered a job in Japan, I would jump at the chance. That's doing it without any problems. Okay, you choose it and it's your first option. I will match it with try something. Oh, no. Accept something eagerly, okay? The second sentence. And number 5, it says, no, number 4, sorry. I jumped over number 4. Number 4, it says, I'm on a roll with my academic work. Otherwise, I'd be really nervous about my next exam. I'm on a roll. It means that it's going very well. You aren't having any problems, okay? I could match it with having a series of successes. The last one, the last sentence. And the last part says, number 5, sentence 5, says, I know you don't like technology, but I'm sure you'll love this phone if you give it a whirl. So, this is like give it a chance, okay? I could match it with try something for the first time. Okay? Very good. That's the most important part of the review. You can do all the exercises that go before that one to practice what we've seen in this part of the book. Now we are starting Unit 3. Okay? This part is about speaking and we can do it on video, so we will leave it for class. Unit 3, it says travel and adventure. I think we are going to like these units more than the ones about sports and adventurous sports. So, Unit 3A, it says, never have I had such a rewarding experience. Cool. Well, traveling is a very, very good experience for yourself, for your mind, for getting to know yourself better and the rest of the people. Even if it's not so good for your pocket money. But you can travel, spending little money, okay? So here on page 32 we have a reading, okay? I don't know if we are going to have time to do the whole reading, so let's start a little, okay? So it says, thinking of. Here are two inspiring stories from volunteers who joined ongoing projects organized by POD, Personal Overseas Development, an ethical non-profit volunteer organization. So have you ever done volunteer work? It's quite interesting, rewarding experience. Let's read about Debbie, okay? We are going to leave Linda and Malcolm for the next video. So, Debbie, looking after children in Ghana. There are a few village life truths that everyone forgets to mention. You will sweat profusely, you will get bitten by a million of different insects, you will miss home comforts, and no doubt feel frustrated by a fair few things. However, despite all this, you will forget all these worries in a heartbeat. No sooner had I woken up each morning that I could see a smiling face and hear a child's giggle that would melt my heart. Whether you are going to Ghana to build a school or to build a child's future, your heart will break when it's time to leave, because the people become your world. Okay, I got lost. No. Never have I such a rewarding and truly enlightening experience. Without a doubt, it will be the same for you. The day starts with breakfast at 7 a.m. I worked in the kindergarten, so it was up to class for 8:30, where I worked till lunchtime. Afternoons could be anything from extra classes, arts and crafts, sports coaching, or even digging at building site. Evenings were for chilling around the fire, or having jam parties with the neighbors, or playing silly games with the other volunteers. Normally, we were all so tired from the long day that we were all fast asleep by 9 p.m. It's difficult to adjust to the intense heat, and it really does sap a lot of your energy. It's also difficult when you want to do as much as possible to help, but find yourself restricted by your own physical shortcomings. The most rewarding part for me was the relationships that I built. There is no better feeling in the world than having a child run to you in the morning with pure happiness on their faces at seeing you. Really, really nice. Really nice volunteer work. So think about your 3-day journey, okay? And next day we'll continue with the rest of the reading on page 32, okay? That's all for today. Bye bye. See you next day.